Okay, on to Team Hopkins. I'd like to bring up now. I'd like to bring up now to say a few words. The guy that comes up with the game plans and gets Bernard in shape and ready to go for all of his fights. He's got the towel with him, I see, as always. The one and only Nazim Richardson.
Yes, I know. Yes, I know. And he's going to ride a triple crown.
I don't see
Assalamu alaikum.
I don't see a deep state.
Alaikum salam.
Hello, Brooklyn. It's Brooklyn in the house.
Yes, yo.
Without a doubt. I'd like to thank everybody for coming out. There's not a lot to be said in behalf of Bernard Hopkins because anybody knows anything about boxing on this level knows Bernard Hopkins. This young man over here, Hopkins-Cloud, you may not be familiar with it, but I'm familiar with it. Exciting fighter, dedicated fighter, focused fighter, very dangerous. Don't look at stuff like you think about the Capillo fight. Don't look at that stuff. I don't even watch that shit. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't even register. I know the kid was. I know what this kid is capable of doing, and I can see he wasn't up for the fight. So them kind of fights you can't even measure. He's going to be up to fight a legend. He's going to bring his A+ game to deal with the legendary Bernard Hopkins, and we expect that, and we're prepared for that. And this man has already done some things I've seen in camp that I've seen his focus and his dedication. He's willing to refocus and give everything he has to give for this endeavor. And I wouldn't tell him nothing less because I told him, I'm familiar with this kid. This kid comes to fight, and he's talented. Now, for those of you, I was on tour before with Bernard Hopkins and Don King for the Trinidad camp. I was on tour with these guys. Y'all just getting a small preview. Now, as Don just said, now I'm real confused. He's just yelled he was a Brooklyn night now. When I was on tour with him before, he was Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican when I was on tour with him before, now he's back in. But you know, that's the magic of Don King, man. And like I say, he's one of the icons in our sport, man. We gotta respect that, you know. But in that ring, as legendary as Don is to this sport, in that ring, what you're seeing now is a master at an art form. And this is what Bernard Hopkins is, and we need to celebrate that and acknowledge it now, that you're seeing a master in his art form. You want to see this fight because our history has shown the more dangerous the opponent, the higher his game rises, if you check his history. The more dangerous the opponent, the higher his game rises. And Hopkins-Cloud is an extremely dangerous opponent. If he didn't think so, I let him know I think so. So when you guys come to Brooklyn to see this fight, be prepared for an outstanding performance, easily candidate for Fight of the Year, easily candidate for the Fighter of the Year. But support, because you want to be able to say you saw it live when you saw Hopkins-Cloud and Bernard Hopkins make history again. You want to be able to say you were there. So I thank you for your time and I thank you for your patience. See you then.
Well said, well said. Well said. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Nazim. As many people have said, it is Bernard's birthday today. He is 48 years old today.
King's Day.
I love you.
Two King's Day.
Yes.
King's Day in Kings County. Did you know that? We're in Kings County, Bernard. There you go. So no birthday would be complete without a little birthday cake. And from our friends at Junior's Restaurant on Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, we have a cake. If everyone would now join me in singing happy birthday to Bernard. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Bernard. Happy birthday to you.
Can I blow the candles out? I'll blow the candles out.
Wait, let him get the picture, Bernard. You want him to hold up the cake? All right, go ahead. Pull him out. You do it. Uh-oh.
I ain't that old, but I can't play no. Oh, I am.
All right.
What a great thing to be found.
All right.
That is just so fabulous. Boy, that is very great.
Right here, Bernard.
Oh, man, that's good to me.
Take an extra, boss.
Don't lose that photo.
Can you guys see the front of the cake? Hold it up so they can see what's on.
Down in front. You get down. Wish we could.
Little higher. Do you want to get the picture?
Ready? Now, can I do one first slice? Because I'm
Yeah, go ahead.
starving. I haven't eaten breakfast. Your birthday.
Your
Birthday, champ. I'm starving. Having a cheesecake?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta eat this. Everybody know I eat cheesecake.
Oh my God, how much do you think?
I get recreated. Don said I better enjoy myself now. Because I ain't gonna be able to do it after March 9th.
I'll take it out and give it to you. There you go.
That's so fitting and proper, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, you know.
I need a spoon. Hey, Don need a spoon. He ain't that good.
Yeah, but you know what? This is so fitting and proper.
Seriously, you need a nice
What's
piece of
something?
cake.
How gracious can a man
I
be?
need a spoon, a fork, please.
Yes.
Thank you.
How gracious can a
Sure,
champion,
Don.
the former champion be? You're an icon, man. And this is a sweet moment. This is a sweet moment.
You get the
know what I
first
mean?
slice.
And I'm going to reciprocate. And when you go out on the 9th, I'm going to look out for you, man, with a hand in glove.
Nice.
You're going to be a great apostle for helping all those who are downtrodden and underprivileged.
Give Don some of that baby shit with us.
Yes. This is a moment of truth.
All right, now to bring up a gentleman who it is my honor and pleasure to introduce. He's a future Hall of Famer. He's a living
I
legend.
admire this. You know, what a man. What a man.
He's a three-time and two-division world champion. He won the middleweight title in 1995, defended it 20 times. Defeated the likes of Oscar De La Hoya, Felix Trinidad, Antonio Tarver, Winky Wright, Kelly Pavlik, Roy Jones Jr. At 46 years old, he beat Father Time when he beat Jean Pascal in Montreal, Canada, Pascal's hometown, May of 2011, winning the WBC and Ring Magazine light heavyweight titles. And for those of you who didn't see that fight, he was fighting a guy who was, how old was Pascal? He was about 28 years old? 27, 28. And I think it was right before the 7th round, Pascal was taking a little while to get up off his stool in between rounds, so Bernard decided to drop down in the middle of the ring and start doing push-ups in between rounds while
I get kind of bored. I get bored real quick.
Piece of cake.
So that's what we've got in this guy here. And on March 9th, he's going to look to break his own record and become the oldest fighter again ever to win a major world championship. He has a record of 52-6-2 with 32 KOs. He's a future first ballot Hall of Famer from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. My friend, Bernard the Executioner Hopkins.
Excellent. Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Hello, Brooklyn. I just gotta save some energy and some, some swagger. So, yeah, hello, Brooklyn. Like rapping or something. First up, Jay Prince and I consider us good friends and respectful friends. He had a lot to do in this fight and helping this fight rather be done pretty quickly. I mean, yes, Don the promoter, but Jay looks out for his fighters and all the ones that I know from Andre Ward, all the way up to many fighters he helped over the years. So it wasn't surprising to me that I knew that this fight, once it was talked about amongst my team and myself, that it would be done in a quick, timely fashion. I want to point out a couple of things before I get to real quickly about March 9th that Don eloquently described how I should go out this way or what I should do. All the things he said was correct. He said help this entity, help that thing, and help this or help that neighborhood. He understands poor. I don't know if he still remembers it, but he understands it like I understand it. But why can I do both? See, for most of my life,
and even in my boxing career, which is my second life. Since 1988 when I turned professional, I don't know what Cloud was doing, Thunder Cloud was doing, whether he's even born. I was told I should do this, I should do that. I can't do this, I can't do that. I should do it this way. Oh, you can never do this. You can never buck the system. You can never become your own man. You can never become a manager of your own self and you're a fighter. Well, me and George Foreman is the only one on record that won a Manager of the Year trophy in boxing history. Hopefully there'll be more. But I've always been told, even with all this, as Don King and Mo said, and good reason, you've done it all, you've done this, you've done that, but you always find someone that always will tell you until you die that you can't do something. It won't be a black president, it'll never be a black, they'll kill him first. Well, we have one. And so when I hear this, you can't, it gives me motivation. It gives me motivation. Now I know at some time in life that's out of reach because it's not capable at this stage of your life. It's not capable of doing certain things. But this I've been doing half of my life. And I understand that when others think that they can write my destiny, the ones that follow me, whether you was on the side against me or whether you was with me on my team, doesn't matter. You watch me, you see me grow, you see me say things, you see me struggle, you see me overcome. Even the wrath of Don King, or the wrath of this person, the wrath of that person. When you see a guy that has a track record, that's proven more right than wrong, well over 80%, and that's high. You gotta sit back, even Thunder Cloud has to sit back and say, hey, listen, man, we gotta fight. But in reality, he's gonna be training just as hard, if not harder than he ever trained before. Because history showed if you come underestimating Bernard Hopkins, you can fall to the faith of others. Age is not an enemy to me. The clock is not something I try to stop, as Don or someone would say. I'm not trying to stop him. How do you stop the man? Can't even stop the clock. He can be an hour back and it get daylight early and it get dark early and all that stuff, but it still goes forward, depending on wherever you live. So I'm not on this thing of trying to stop the clock. Y'all promoted how I live. Y'all promoted how I'm always in shape, how my weight right now. I get on the scale right now and Cloud get on the skate right now and he got me damn near doubled in weight class. So I don't have 3 camps before camp. One is, I gotta lose this weight. The second one is, I gotta prepare by watching or looking at film or whatever who I'm fighting. And then I gotta do the physical work. Well, that's, to me, that's wear and tear. And guys get through and get away with that because they're young and they can sort of camouflage it and get by it. But I know the history between when you fight a guy like Bernard Hopkins, if you ain't right now, 7, 8 weeks out now, you in trouble. Because you got 3 weight camps to go through. And I'm on my second one, right now. And so, I'm letting you know right now that the smart money goes to Bernard Hopkins. That's the smart money.
Oh, man.
The other money that goes somewhere else, that's your prerogative. That's great, fine, whatever. But if you're betting because I'm 48 today, and that's the only reason you say that I can't because of the way you feel, and because of where your belt is on the last hole of your belt, because your button is popping at the top, and you 10, 15 younger than me, and then you look at me and say, how is it possible for this 48? You're looking at the number. You're looking at the number, but you're not looking at the man. And when you look at the man, and you take all your bias, and all your envy, and all your jealous about how can I do it, and you feel the way you feel, and you never bounced the basketball or threw a punch, and you start saying, it's impossible for what he's doing. So he can't, just by the number, then you're a fool. You're a fool to think that you can dictate what's gonna happen to me through all that I've proven over the years to some that's gonna be naysayers till my grave. Then you're not really making a decision based on what you actually think. You're looking at how you feel. You're looking at how you see other fighters. One of my new, not really new artists, but you didn't probably hear him 4 or 5 years ago. And he's not a personal friend. You know, and I like old school rap because most of it, I believe, have a message. All right, I ain't down with the poppin' crystal style and all that stuff and all that stuff. I'm a little old school. I like stuff. You know, the Ghetto Boys. You know, the mom playing tricks on me when I was in the streets running crazy because I heard a lot of voices, and it was playing tricks. But then when you hear something that's man, that's my theme song going out. 2 Chainz, I'm different. Yeah, I'm different. And again, I'm just telling you that because that's the only thing I can say to y'all. Because y'all want to ask me when it's over with. Y'all gonna pull me on the side and you'll have Cloud over there and you're gonna say, well, now why? Or how? Or what do you do? And y'all been asking me that. It ain't getting boring to me, but I know it's getting boring to y'all. I can see some of y'all faces. I mean, you see me, okay, man, when you gonna pack it in? Because I'm not underestimating this man here. I understand that he knows that he beat Bernard Hopkins. He ain't beating Yusef Mack. He's not beating whoever else he fought. So he's beating a legacy. And so I understood when I was his age what I wanted to do. I won my title at 25 years old. Like I said to Don King an hour ago before I close it up, I said, Don, we have an alumni. We do. He called us alumni. We have that. Yes, we do. He helped build my career. Maybe not as promoting Bernard Hopkins, because I was always a free, independent guy. And I battled to be that, in court, in the ring, and everywhere else. At the end of the day, everybody he threw at me, helped secure my legacy in the middleweight division. Everybody he threw at me, I'm at least 15-0 with him. And I respect him. No, I'm not trying to listen. And I ain't even looking for a laugh. What I'm just trying to tell you is that he really helped me motivate me without even knowing it. He helped me motivate me all the way going to Segundo Mercado's hometown called Quito, Ecuador, 3 days before when everybody else been there 2 weeks before, got my ass up off the canvas and fought. And Don knew it was over because the Maz wasn't there and we was in Landover, Maryland. 4 or 5 months later, he knew he didn't have a chance. He can't get him in his hometown, he can't get him here. And he was right. He knows me. Oh, he got to promote, he got to do his thing. But in Don's heart and his mind, he knows out of all the fighters from the 50, 60 or whatever he started promoting 50, 30, 40 years ago, he knows for a fact that when you're dealing with Bernard Hopkins, you can say what you want to say to get this good soundbite in, but when you're dealing with Bernard Hopkins, Cloud, you think you can do it. You have to do it. This man has actually proved me wrong than right. And so we're here. Not too long ago, well, was long ago, but not too far from here in Madison Square Garden. You can't live in the past, no, but you can be reminded about the past. Why? Because every now and then we gotta be reminded, good or bad, about the past. Sometimes it's for you, sometimes, ooh, it hurts. But I understand the past, and I've been on both sides. And I understand that I got a second chance in this career that went full circles more than one time in my life. I'm blessed than any football, basketball, hockey, golf, any basketball or athlete ever to be able to not only make history once, but 2, but 3, and I'm up to 4 and 5. How many athletes get a chance to do what Bernard Hopkins been doing, but I understand you'll miss me more when it's not there no more. And then everybody would sit back and say he fought the youngest, he fought the baddest, he fought the guys that he easily could have lost these fights and got beat up and this and that. Anything can happen when you step in that ring. But the only thing about this ring, to any other politics that happen, I'm in control. Physically, I'm in control in that ring to do what I have to do. It's between me and Cloud. It ain't between Don King, it ain't between Jay Prince and my team. It's between that they do all the other work to protect us from things that interferes with what goes on in the ring. But far as that physical part in the ring, I understand this young guy's mentality. I'm not afraid of it. I ain't had to fight him. I could have fought anybody else. I wouldn't be motivated if I wasn't fighting Cloud. And I know that HBO will love that fight because they love that style. And I love that style. He ain't running. He's coming straight for. Who gonna run from a 48-year-old man? He ain't running from me. He's coming to fight. And so I gotta dig in my bag of old Philadelphia fighters back in the day. I gotta study. I gotta get on my game. And I gotta take the young boy to old school and be the professor I am and let him know his ABCs. And when it's all said and done, it's two things that can happen before I close. And I got a track record that says that. And I'm not saying he's anybody I fought. And I'm not saying he's better either. I don't know yet. Afterwards, I can tell you. But one thing I have a track record on, and we have an HBO executive right here that can confirm that, is that the late 20s or early 20-year-old guys' careers haven't been the same ever since. And not only did I stopped making money for HBO for certain fighters, because if they can't promote the next new thing, they can't make money and the fighter can't make money. It's a double domino effect. It's called rolling down like dominoes. So I understand the economic threat that I am. And they want to sit my ass down. Go ahead home, Papa. You done enough. You trying to convince me that I should be done because you said it? You sound like the warden that told me when I had 9 years to walk off in the street, saying that you can't come back, you coming back. You ain't gonna be nothing, you be back in 6 months. Okay, warden, that's what y'all sound like when the ones that says that to me. Y'all that warden out here, leaving out with that box in my hand, with all my belongings. You can't do this, you can't do that. All right, I'd rather be the underdog than be the favorite. I never was the favorite in anything in my life. But it's up to me, and it was up to me then, and it's up to me now to change within me some of y'all thinkings, because no matter what I do, the story becomes big if something happened to me that never happened to me in my 28-year career or even came close. So don't think that this guy sitting up here thinking that I'm the old man that y'all talking. Cloud ain't crazy and ain't stupid. And Jay Prince definitely got enough respect for me to know, like, yo, man, get those cupcakes out. See, I tried to offer the man cake, he wouldn't take it.
Piece of cake, piece of cake.
And he ain't listening to Don either. So at the end of the day, you come to this event, come to this arena. 90% of it wasn't promoting. This was just me letting y'all understand that I heard this before. This don't get old to me. I'm a fighter, this is what I do. I just happen to be a chameleon. I can do more than one thing. So when Don and people suggest I should go do this, that's kind of, it ain't boring to me because it's helping people. But I don't have to tell you I'm helping nobody. Don favored for giving out turkeys in November, but I know people in the hood, I still remember he don't, that eat turkey in June because they don't got no food. So I don't have to wait till it snow to pull up like Frank Lucas and have a trailer full of turkeys in a cold November. Hell, they ain't got stove to cook it, so what you gonna give them a turkey for? Give them a dinner that's already done. So I don't come and tell you what I'm doing and I should sit down, I should do this, because I believe blessings comes in silence. I'd rather help and nobody know, and you find out and be like, he did that? He did the Joe Frazier statue in Philadelphia? He did this over here, he did that? Man, why he ain't call us? I would've went out there and covered it. No. It's not for the wrong reason, it's for the wrong reason. So I don't have to tell you what I'm doing. Why can't I be doing what I'm doing now on this podium in that ring, come March 9th here at the Barclays Center, and also in my other time do my other things? I'm not limited to just being a boxer. I've proven that to this man.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
I'm the only one that got away. And Cloud gonna be glad to get away after March 9th. Because not only are you gonna be upset that Don fed him to the Lions, Jay Prince is doing the business, boxing, and believing this guy way. But Don, I'm undefeated with you. And I think it's very important that Cloud understand that. Is that everything is riding on you, brother. Everything is his company. I mean, Dana haven't looked for a job in 30 years. Al Harper haven't looked for a job in 40 years he's been with Don. Don't you understand that you be pitting these guys on a unemployment line if you don't whoop my ass, beat me, knock me out. A lot of people lose. They counting on you, man.
That's right.
Don King would have to pawn his jacket.
Right.
And that jacket is just as old as me.
That's why we gonna take
So I'm
that
trying to tell you that listen to what Don is saying.
bitch. Yes, we gonna take that
Listen
bitch.
to as the days and the weeks
You're
go
gonna
by.
retire, you better
That
rest a
Don
little
King
bit.
going to make sure that you do your business and that you do your business.
I love
because
you.
listen,
Take that,
his,
take it
his empire is on your shoulder. You're the last horse, brother. You're the last horse. There's no stable. Because he won't lay down. He won't lay down to the new regime who come, a good regime that come in. It's called Golden Boy Promotion. So he want me to lay down because he said,
Secretariat.
I'm telling you right now, Don,
Yes.
enjoy your day.
I'm
And that
enjoying my
last
day.
one cheer you got sitting at Deerfield Beach. Because after March 9th, there will be a big, big celebration of your long, long-lasting promotional legacy that I must admit, you can't sneeze at, you can't underestimate, you can't disrespect, and you can't downplay. You did one of unique, good or bad, jobs in boxing history. So you remember no matter what. But at the end of the day, that's your last horse. And your last horse,
The Secretariat.
your last horse,
Secretariat.
your last horse is gonna be,
Triple crown
it's
with
gonna be riding,
Triple crown.
but the jockey that's riding that horse
Triple crown.
is just as bad.
Triple crown, baby. Bell.
The horse ain't nothing.
Derby.
The horse is nothing
Preakness.
without the jockey.
Triple crown.
The horse is nothing without the jockey.
Oh, baby.
I'm gonna run him right into a wall.
We're gonna ride you into oblivion.
All right. So enjoy. It's been great, and I'm glad to retire.
Piece of cake.
I'm glad to retire. I'm serious. I'm glad to retire.
I need the help.
You need it, man. You done well.
I need
You're never
the
gonna
help.
spend all your
I
money.
need the help, Bernard.
You're never gonna spend all your money.
Thank you, Bernard.
So
Thank you.
enjoy your retirement.
Oh, God.
And sit on that beach, enjoy that wonderful home with the big statue of the Liberty, sitting in the sand. Remember that? You got it sitting up there with the hand with no glove on there, but it had the hand up there. So enjoy. After March 9th, enjoy.
Oh, thank
Because it's
you.
been a long ride. For you.
Yes, it has
50
been.
years, 60 years.
It has been.
Congratulations.
God bless you, my man.
Enjoy your retirement.
Oh, thank you so much. We'll do it together.
Thank you, Bernard. All right, everyone, thank you for coming. March 9th, Barclays Center. Tickets on sale this Saturday. If you can't be here, tune in on HBO. We're now going to pose the fighters for pictures. We need everybody. Please, photographers, stay down so the TV cameras can get their shots. We will pose the fighters now.
I remember that. I remember that. You know I'm different. I'm talking about the 48. I remember 48.
I'm different. Now everybody knows what my theme song is.
Right in front of the podium. Which glove? Bearing. Yeah, You're gonna miss it if you don't do one, even one.
I had one you don't. I've been able to walk with you at the same time. I understand your shortcomings, but you'll be all right. You'll learn. No, you'll learn. You'll learn.
Okay, let me get up here with my guy.
You did a good job. You did a good job.
Barclays Center.
I know. I have to. I am confident. It's kind of like No, never. It's a legacy. It's a legacy. You can't ever match that. You can't ever match that. You can't even match that. You can't match that.
Flag.
It's going to be wonderful.
It's amazing. 27 years. Man.
Look down here, please.
Now that part is true. Every now and then you come across something, you come across something that has a lot of logic to it. A lot of reality.
It's not science, man.
You Really do. You come across some real good stuff, man. I know it. I know it. Yeah, when you were talking about alumni, we did. We read. We read. Talk to me, boss. Talk to me. It was slamming. Boom, 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 boom. You ain't never been there. You ain't never been there.